Well, hi everybody. This is Mr. Utz with Music Learning, and I wanted to try to do one of these distance learning videos working on Big Time Operator. Big Time Operator is one of our concert band songs, and we're going to spend a couple minutes just going over the main parts of Big Time Operator. The first part is our drums have to start off with their triplet count off. So triplet is where we have to fit 3 beats where 2 belong. So when we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, those are our quarter notes. We're used to that. If we had eighth notes, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But then triplets, we have to fit in 3. So we count it 1/8, a 2/8, a 3/8, a 4. Or you can even cheat and say the word triplet, 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 4. So drums, you're going to start off with a count off. 1, 2, ready, go. 1A, a 2A, a 3A, a 4. And then the band's going to come in. So right now I want to concentrate on a part that we have in the clarinet, second clarinets, and alto saxophone, tenor saxophone, French horn, trombone, and baritone part. And it's kind of our backdrop. So the drums are going to go 1A, a 2A, a 3A, a 4, and then those instruments are going to play. That rhythm, which would be 1 and 1 and. So if you play drums, clarinet, saxophone, French horn, or trombone, here we go. 1, 2, drums first, ready, go. 1A, a 2A, a 3A. And that gets me to measure 10. So one more time, everybody else be looking at your part. We're coming to you next. But drums, excuse me, drums, second, third clarinet, saxophones, French horn, trombone. Here we go. 1, 2, beginning, 2, 3, drums. 1A, a 2A, a 3A. Good. Again, that gets us to measure 10. Now the rest of the band, flute and oboe, trumpet 1 and 2, basses I'm coming to y'all next, but the rest of our melodic instruments have a different melody. So let me hear those people. Flute, clarinet 1, and trumpets. And drums. Go ahead and play drums. 1, 2, drums first, ready, go. 1A, a 2A, a 3A. Good. So now we should have everybody covered except bass and tuba. You guys have that bass line. And today I'm not quite set up with a whole keyboard bass and everything to go with a bass, but I'm going to play your bass part on my trumpet, much like you've seen me do in class before. Here we go. So you have that first measure of drums. And then we've got to walk our bass line. So it's just a couple notes. And if right now, if you're struggling getting all these notes, it's a good time to practice nice and slow, or just play the first note in each measure. I'm going to show you what that would be like. So if you just have to play, like, our first note's a B flat on a bass, then another B flat. Then the next measure is F, and then F. So here we go. I'm just going to play the first note in each measure for the bass. You go ahead and try it with me. That first note, again, high B flat with your bass. Here we go. 1, 2, drums first, ready, go. 1 of you, 2 of you, 3. That gets us to 10. So let me hear everybody, the whole band. I'm going to play along with that bass part first. But everybody start at the beginning of Big Time Operator. 1, 2, drums first, ready, go. 1 of you, 2 of you, 3. It gets us to 10. So I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to play along with that first group of instruments, or second and third clarinet, saxophones, trombone, French horn. Everybody play. I'm just going to play the part with those instruments. 1, 2, drums first, ready, go. 1 of you, 2 of you, 3. Good. That gets us to 10. Now I'm going to play along with our trumpet and flute, clarinet 1. Here we go. Beginning, everybody. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, drums. 1 of you, 2 of you, 3. Good. I'm going to guess that sounded pretty good at home. If not, pause the video right now, go back and play it a little bit slower, and then just restart it once you're feeling kind of up to our speed. All right, I'm going to go really, really slow just to give you an idea of what that means. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's really slow, and that's okay. So if you need to pause and do that, go ahead. All right, so now at 10, we're going to hear that trombone and tenor sax solo. 1, 2, 10. So right there, good job. You got to watch out. Tenors, you're going to have an A sharp, which is the same as a B flat. And trombones, you're going to have an A sharp is the same as a B flat. And then trombones, you have a G sharp, which is the same as an A flat. So make sure you go, excuse me, to what position for G sharp? What position's A flat? Third position in a trombone, just like you're used to. Watch out for that and measure 10, 11, 12. So let me hear bass and trombone and drums and tenor at 10. 1, 2, a 10, 2, 3. Make sure at 17 that you hit that A flat or that B flat at right on beat 2. That's going to come up out of in a surprise. So let me hear at 10 again. I'm going to pull up my bass part, and we're going to do that trick of playing the first note of each measure at 10. So basses, this should be familiar. We're only having to do B flat and F, and B flat. So just really those two notes. So 10, let me hear tenors, trombones, bass, and drums. I'm going to play along the first beat of each note with the basses. 10, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Good, and that gets us there. So we're going to start back at the beginning. Everybody get your horns back up. We're going to start at the beginning, and we're going to play from measure 1 all the way to 18. I'm going to play along with the tenor and the trumpet part. So here we go. Remember, drums are first. So I'm going to kind of jump around between the parts. 1, 2, beginning, 2, 3, drums. 1, 2, 3. And that gets me to 18. Now I'm going to tell you something. It's been a long time since I've videotaped myself playing the trumpet and teaching somebody how to play the trumpet or sax or bass or any instrument. And I don't know about you, but I'm starting to get really, really self-conscious about every little mistake I make, or, oh no, I was holding my trumpet the wrong way, or I had this bad habit, was I sitting up straight? All of those things can really kind of mess with me trying to read the music and think about doing everything I'm supposed to do. I'm going to tell myself the same thing I tell you guys to do all the time. Just do your best. Is it going to be perfect today? No, it's not. I'm not going to be perfect today, but I'll tell you what, as I keep making more of these videos and spending more time at home practicing, it's going to be better tomorrow than it was today, and better the next day, and better, and that's all we're after. Our goal is to get a little bit better every time we play our instrument. So if I make a mistake, or I crack a note, or I play a wrong note, I'm going to feel bad about that, but I'm not going to stop. I'm going to do my best just to keep going and know that next time I won't make that. Hopefully I won't make that same mistake. So if you're having trouble, don't feel really bad about that. We're taking this kind of slow right now, and that's okay. So all of us together, we've now made it to 18. And at 18, we've got two kind of main themes happening in the melody. Bass, you're going to keep doing the same thing. Drums, you guys are doing great keeping your beat. But woodwinds, you've got a beat like this. Sound familiar? Just like trombones and tenors did. Trumpets and most of the rest of the band, you have to rest on beat 1 and play this pattern. 1. And this is where all those worksheets we used to do in beginner band, reading rests and counting rhythms, really, really come in handy. I'm going to get my score back up here so I can double check something at 18. So measure 18. Let's see here. 10. Like I said, just like a class, I'm trying to find my part. All right, so at 18, the flute, the oboe, clarinets, alto sax, trumpets, really everyone except trombones and tenor, you have this rest on beat 1, 2, 3, and part. And trombones and tenor, you get to play the same part you just did at 10 at 18, but you have a part going over the top of it. So I'm going to play that second melody at 18, same part that the trumpets have, alto sax, clarinets, flute. Here we go. Watch out for that rest on beat 1. Watch out for the rest on beat 1. Measure 18. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That gets us to 26. So one more time, start at 18. If you play a trombone, tenor, or bass, go ahead and play along with us, but I'm going to play that same part that most of the rest of the band has. Measure 18. 1, 2, 18, ready now. Gets me to 26. All right, so tenors and trombones, I'm going to say y'all got that part covered. Basses at 18, you're playing along that same type of beat. If you're still playing the trick of first note on each measure, just B flat and F, it's 2 notes. We should be fine on that. Now we get to 26 and things change a little bit. Basses, you're going to have the low B flat to work up on. And you're also going to have to be careful of your G natural that you've been playing. Don't get confused by that G flat right before. And let's see, your basses start moving up, more Fs, but still low B flat, high B flat. Be careful of the G flat every now and then. It's in the top space where G is, but it has a flat sign in front of it. G flat, play it with your 4th pinky before the open string that's G, 4th fret on D. That's basses. Drums, you're still clicking along that same shuffle pattern. And let's see here at 26, here we go. Most of the rest of the band has has this kind of melody. Trumpets, you have an A sharp, that's the same as B flat. So here we go at 26. Let's go kind of slowly. If you have 2 eighth notes, a quarter note, and then 4 eighth notes, that pattern I just played, we're going to go slow at 26. 1, 2, 26, ready. And then that's 34. So 26, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Good, hold on right there and find measure 34, 35, 36. If you're playing the trumpet part like I was, or if I'm looking on my score, if you're playing clarinet 2 or 3, a alto sax, tenor sax, trumpet, French horn, trombone, bass, all y'all play on beat 1, and that's different from the last time we had that melody at 18. So when we start at 34, take your finger and count 34, 35, 36. You're going to play on beat 1, and that's different from what we did before and measure 18, 19, 20 when we had kind of the same thing. So watch out for that. I forgot to remind you before we got there. All right, everybody, 34, bass, you're still trucking along the same way. Trombones, you've got this rhythm, well, which we had earlier. I think you guys kind of have that down. Tenors, you got the same thing. And let's see, clarinet 1 and flute. Y'all have a little bit different rhythm, but it fits. So you guys have a 34, you got rest on 1, and then it's fits into what the rest of us are playing. So I'm going to go ahead and play the trumpet part again. Here we go at 34. 1, everybody 34. 1, 2, 34, ready now. Good, that gets us up to 46. So everybody look with me now. Measure 46, 2 before 46. We have a break and then some drums, and my drum part disappeared. Coming up. All right, whoa, sorry everybody. I thought I had all this squared out, and you'll see as I do some more of these videos, I'll get it a little more together, but for this first one, I really wanted to get one started and see how this would go. If you are enjoying this video, please send me an email, or if there are comments below, you can put it in the comments. This is working out well for you, or something that could work out a little bit better. But count 46 and count 2 before 46. Let's measure 44. The whole band has a stop on beat 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Then the drums kick in at 45. 2A, 3, 4A, and we're back in. So at 44, we're all going to stop. And then 46, we get to go back and play. So we're going to start at 44. Two measures before 46. Here we go, 44. 1, 2, 44, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1. That's the end, and I did not count all the way till the end, but I wanted, because I remembered, I wanted to show you the last note. If you're playing a horn instrument, you're going to hit on beat 4, and then we're tied for 2 whole notes and an 8th rest on beat 1. Now, when there's an 8th rest on beat 1 like that, that means we're off on beat 1. So we hold it out, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, off on beat 1 together. Drums, you've got to choke with your cymbal. And of course, drums, those last 2 measures, you have your triplets again. Don't turn your triplets into a roll. That's something kind of dangerous that could happen. Just a roll. Sorry, not a roll, just triplets. So 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 1. And that's helping all of us out if you're keeping that steady pulse of, let's see here. 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 1. It's kind of my hand drum in there. All right, let's see. Let's start back at 44. So 2 measures before 46. 44, 2 measures before 46. 1, 2, 44, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Let's try to play the whole thing. We'll see how this will work. I'm going to play mostly the trumpet part, but I'm going to jump to that little trombone tenor part at 10, and I'm going to try to play the whole song with me. Now, if it's not up already, we're working on some practice tracks so that you can play along at a couple different speeds on your own with the whole band or bass and drums. But today was really a class on we're going to focus on big time operator, pull the little parts that we need to work on out, work on them like we did, and then try to imagine having a regular band class, just everybody on their own. I am going to give you some homework. I would like you to record yourself playing either part of this or the whole thing. Talk to your parents. You can do a video or just a little voice recording of you playing part of it and email it to me. Excuse me, kutz@musiclearningband.com, so that I can hear it. If you have any questions, that would be a great thing to say, hey, this is what it sounds like. Is that right? Or what can I do different? And it doesn't have to be a big, giant, long video like this. Just a short one or a short audio, and send it to me, and I'll give you some feedback with just you. All right, here we go. Big time operator. We are going to start at the beginning, and here we go. 1, 2, beginning, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 18, go. $34. Two, three, four, one. Awesome. Well, I hope you had fun working on Big Time Operator with me, and I look forward to doing another one of these videos soon and working on another song. Thanks a lot.